Good evening. Welcome to Going First Christ Gang Media News. Welcome to Going First Christ Gang Media News. I am your host, Brian Taylor Bridges. Welcome to Going First Christ Gang Media News. Going straight in, you all, on a young couple out of Moma, Louisiana, you all. Moma, Louisiana, where a young 2-year-old baby was found in a trash can, you all, where the mother and the boyfriend actually had placed this baby, you all. Actually, it was the mother, but, this situation is about an abusive relationship, you all. A relationship that definitely should not have gone as far as it did go. There were signs of abuse, domestic abuse, and drug abuse in a similar situation. And unfortunately, baby has passed, you all. Too many times this is happening within our community, and I just want to come on today and really speak out about it, you all. Even about being in domestic situations, with abusive partners and abusive relationships, because a lot of times, these guys are in a relationship with these females, and their children coming up dead and so forth and so on due to domestic violence situation. These girls are afraid to get out of abusive relationships, and unfortunately, it's costing the lives of some of their children, you all. Unfortunately, it's causing the lives of some of their children being in these type of relationships, abusive relationships that, unfortunately, these sisters are unable to get out for some strange reason or another. These young ladies seem like they want to be with some individuals that's abusing them, you all. I'm very confused about this situation because, like I said, you all, this is too many times. We are losing children to gun violence, not only gun violence, to domestic violence with people. In this situation, you all, this baby has died, and the parents have been placed on murder, you all. The mother of the baby, she has been charged with murder, but like I said, my whole reason for coming on briefly was just basically to really speak about domestic violence and how it can definitely escalate to murder, you all. Domestic violence can definitely escalate to murder. Like I said, in this situation, a young baby has died, you all. So I like to take the time out and give my condolences to the Harry family, and I was able to see the boy's father and hear a few words that the police chief has spoken on the behalf of the father, who is going through a lot right now, you all, because so many times, like I said, young brothers are losing their children, to the domestic violence situations, and and speaking on the behalf of the father, like I say, it's such a bad thing, man, because when somebody else kill your child, and it's the mother of your child, and somebody killed not only her, but your child as well. Your child don't even have nothing to do with the relationship of your baby mother, and whomever she had chosen to move on with, you all. So like I said, this is a very sad situation to me, and I want to come on a minute and shed a little light on it, if I may. First, I would like to read my copyright disclaimer before I go any further, you all. Copyright disclaimer under Title 17 U.S.C. Section 107. Allowances made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comments, news reporting, teaching, scholarships, and research. Fair use is permitted by the copyright statute and might otherwise be infringed. Non-profit, educational, and personal use tips to balance in favor of fair use. You all. Like I said, again, this story is out of Louisiana, and I guess I'll just jump straight on in, you all. And give you a reading to kind of update you all. It said, missing 2-year-old of Homer, boy found dead in a trash can. Child's mother and boyfriend arrested. Homer, Louisiana authorities searching for a missing 2-year-old Homer boy made a grim discovery Tuesday morning, finding the child dead, suffered body into a trash can, Homer police said. They said Ezekiel Harris' body was found shortly before 6 p.m. Police said nearly 6 hours after Louisiana State Police issued a level 2 endangered missing child alert based on the mother's report that he had been abducted while on a walk with his siblings. You all, like I said, before I go on in the rest of this, you all, these particular people are facing the death penalty. Yeah, I said it, you all. They are facing the death penalty. Not because that's what I particularly wish on them, but these are the charges that they are faced with. Now, in this particular situation, you all, what made everything worse was the mother. Yes, I said it. The mother tried to cover things up, you all. She went to walking along with the rest of the children and went to screaming under a bridge and went from house to house knocking that someone had abducted her child. After the police came out in this particular situation, and I guess they looked over a few surveillance cameras, so forth and so on, and they ain't had no sight of this nowhere on the cameras, you all. So which gave them the conclusion that something was wrong with this story, you all. Something was very wrong with this story. Like I said, so I'm just gonna move along in the reading. It says, Homer police almost immediately cast it down on the mother's account, saying detectives quickly developed information that led to them to suspect foul play after the boy's body was recovered from a trash can on Despite Street of the west side of Homer. Police arrested the mother, 28-year-old Maya Jones, and 37-year-old Jermaine Robinson, described as the live-in boyfriend. Like I said, you all, this just a live-in boyfriend, you all. I'm pretty sure he met the woman and that was her home establishment and everything. But there you go, when you go to moving people up in your home around your children, you all, especially when you all have, kids for other people, kids for other men, this is a very dangerous situation. And the further and further along we get up in time, it seems like situations are getting worse and worse. This is a very bad situation, especially for people that's non-functioning parents. And what I mean by non-functioning parents is just some hood parents who don't seem to have no kind of communication skills at all. People that are not willing to try to talk things out, to try to communicate with one another, to try to share with one another the things that they may possibly be going through. Separated parents can make it. It is possible. It is a way to move on, you all. But like I'm saying, it's kind of hard to do these things without the proper communication, because you always got something going on. You're gonna have one dude who don't like the other, so forth and so on, you all. People are at this day and age are not really being the type of adults that they should be to be in functional relationships. And I don't just mean relationship dating type of relationships. Just human being friendly, typical relationships. Excuse me, you all. that people have to be in to be able to function and communicate. Like I said, like I say, the most saddest thing about this whole situation, because this not this man's child, you all, and I'm under the impression that he probably was beating on a child. She may have been beating on the child too. It just depends. From the account of the other father. Like I said, he seemed to be pretty worried about this particular situation, you all. And like I said, the chief was able to offer the man some counseling and so forth and so on in reference to speaking to him about retaliation and, that he has 3 other children that need him as well. He just can't lose it. I mean, in this situation, the father can't snap and go kill up everybody, man, because, at this particular time, that's not going to bring his child back at all, you all. Like I say, man, it's a very sad situation to me, man, and condolences to Ezekiel Harry, the 2-year-old child. It say both suspects are facing charges related to first-degree murder, obstruction of justice, and other related charges. Homer Police Chief Dana Coleman said in a statement, once the suspects are officially charged, additional information will be released. According to Jones' morning account, Ezekiel Harry was last seen around noon at a walking track near Main and Mahalia Street in Homer, near the Twin Bridge overpass over the intercoastal waterways. Police said the mother initially told them she was walking along the Bayou Terrebonne with her 4 children when someone in a gray truck snatched Ezekiel off the road and fled the area. But investigators said they were quickly developing information that the account was inaccurate. Homer police said they determined Jones was seen walking from her home on Corridor Street with Ezekiel and with her 3 other children between the ages of 5 and 10. Once arriving at the Bayou Terrebonne near Mahalia Street, Jones began stopping at a nearby home, saying her youngest child had been abducted. Like I said, man, that was real crazy of her, and real sad, because like I said, she is involving other people. Now you knocking on everybody else, though. You got the whole community hysterical. They about to put out an Amber Alert for a lie, you all. And man, this is most surely against the law, you all. Like I said, it's a very sad situation because I don't think that she the one that actually killed her child, you all. I think that her boyfriend was the one that was actually abusing little Ezekiel, and she tried to cover it up. If you all in an abusive relationship and these guys are beating up on y'all, some of y'all like to get beat up, from what I understand. But if you happen to be in a relationship where you like that ass whooping, then you take it yourself, Don't pass these on to your children, Don't let other men discipline your child, Don't let other men discipline your child, especially if they have, they have outside parents, whether it be a mother or a father, baby daddies, don't let other females discipline your children if you know that you got a baby mama that sure don't play that mess, you all. Be careful with who you let discipline your children, you all. And if you are, like I say, in a relationship to where somebody is beating on you and they don't care nothing about you and they proceed to start taking this out on your child, then this is something very wrong. Then you need to get not only you some help, but you need to find some counseling, you all. And I do have a listed link below of a domestic hotline number, which you all can call if you are in any kind of domestic situation, you all. Like I said, it's very sad, man, but When you allow some outsider, some dude you've been knowing for a few months to come move into your home and start beating the shit out of your kids, that's crazy, you all. But like I said, back to I do have the National Domestic Violence Hotline number. It's a 24/7 number for anybody that's in this situation, you all. And like I said, it's 1-800-799-7233. That's 1-800-799-7233, you all. And for people that's you may be in a situation to where you can't talk, and you can also text this same number. You can text START to 888-7888. Text START to 888-7888. And like I said, this is the National Domestic Hotline information, you all. Do not let people discipline your children, like I said, especially if you got children with someone else, you all. Those children ain't that bad to where it takes somebody else to come in and handle these type of situations. You ought to be the discipline your own child. It should not have gotten so far out of touch to where you can't tell your own child nothing. Like I said, that's a very sad situation. I'm gonna go on and play the news clip for you all, so you all can get a pretty much a better perspective of this little case.
This lifeless child stuffed in a duffel bag.
Hold on. I'm sorry, I was trying to put my little Bluetooth together. I think one more story in me, y'all, I got to bring you all today. I like to share with you all as well. But I want to come on and pretty much talk about this first, first and foremost, this child, man, is really most important, and like I said, being in these domestic violence situations will ruin your life, man. It's not an easy thing to be in, whether it's physical abuse or verbal abuse, some of these verbal abuse situations, they start off small until they cussing you and calling you all kind of B's and A's in front of your people and up in public, then that's a problem, you all. Like I said, physical abuse is not the only abuse, it all starts with verbal abuse, when people don't have enough respect for each other, not to be screaming and hollering and cussing each other out, to deliver a message to one another. I mean, that's sad, like I said, you have to humble yourself, not only before God, but, before the world, you have to look inside of yourself, be aware that Christ is in the Holy Spirit is near you all. Like I said, man, this is a very touching story to me. So anyway, man, just let me go ahead on and let Chief rock out the rest.
Just an array of emotions that we all have.
Moma police are shedding light on a case that has touched even the emotions of veteran detectives. Tuesday evening, they were led by the mother to the lifeless body of 2-year-old Ezekiel Harry, stuffed in a duffel bag and thrown in a stranger's garbage can just a block away from the police station.
We do suspect some physical abuse, and this is coming from one of our coroner's office investigators. That based on initial observation.
The toddler's mother, 28-year-old Maya Jones, and her boyfriend, 37-year-old Jermaine Robinson, are locked up and charged with first-degree murder and obstruction of justice.
I mean, and from what I'm seeing, that's a little mugshot picture. They don't even look like they belong together, but they is together, and they was doing some kind of drugs together, but I don't think it was just no weed.
Some possible domestic violence that occurred, some drug use.
Neighbors of the couple say about 3 weeks ago, police were called out for some sort of domestic disturbance.
My brother said that he heard yesterday, he heard the boys, them screaming, "Let me in the house."
Somebody had called, and it was like a couple units of the HPD.
Police say the reason multiple agencies searched the Intracoastal Waterway Tuesday is because surveillance video captured Jones walking with her 3 school-age children holding a baby carrier towards the water. They now know that carrier was empty. The 3 children are in Child Protective Services.
Now she lost the rest of her kids, Like I said, it's a very sad situation, And then you trying to cover up for somebody else, you trying to cover up something you done. Y'all in there beating them children, slamming them up all against the wall, trying to get high, frustrated, trying to get some more money, to get high some more. I mean, like I say, this a bad situation, man. Very bad situation. And like I said, it's even more sad because she tried to hide the incident. She didn't. She left the scene. I mean, from where the baby was actually murdered or killed or smothered or I'm not sure how the baby actually died yet until we get the actual coroner's report, till the rest of the information is actually come out, you all. But the baby was stuffed in a duffel bag inside the garbage can, so he could have possibly suffocated, you all. Like I said, it's so crazy because, she tried to not only cover it up, but she involved other people, you all. Like I said, that was real crazy. But there is evidence that the boyfriend also had something to do with it. Like I said, I'm sure that she ended up trying to cover up everything, you all. And like I say, that's even more worse, you all. She may have had some cases before, you all, involving some children where one of her other children had possibly died years prior, you all. Like I said, I don't have the rest of the information, but as soon as I get some more information on this particular story, that I will try to come on and give you all some sort of an update, you all. But like I said, if you in any kind of domestic situation, you all get out, go see some counselors, call the church house, people do change, I can't say that, people that going through something can never change, can never stop doing the things that they're doing or that they are engaged in. But it's a time for a separation. You have to regroup. You have to realize the things that's going wrong within you all's relationship. Sometimes a break is the best thing that you can possibly ever have. And this is one of the things that can prevent problems from escalating. Yes, I said it can prevent problems from escalating, and things to manifest and, escalate and become worse situations, you all. Like I said, man, it's almost overwhelming, you all, to speak about some of the things that be going on, like I said, there's so much be happening so fast in regards to just the news, you all, and some of these situations and topics and things that we have to take in to actually be able to deliver the proper message, you all. And that's the most important thing. We're coming on and trying to give some kind of black media news feedback, you all. Like I said, it's not to be scandaling no one's name or nothing of that magnitude, that we all be able to use some of these experiences as learning experiences, you all. And like I said, my solution, like I said, was leave, get out of these situations where you and your children are being abused. It is not right, it is not Christ-like, like I said, that's the main thing that I really wanted to share. It was really nothing else or nothing spectacular about this, But like I said, these people are facing the death penalty. These people are facing the death penalty, and they're gonna have to pay for what they done to this baby, you all. So I mean, it's just like that, God first, Christ came. We are. What's wrong with the baby?